Before we get into the video, I want to say that I made a Facebook group called Make Coral Happy. It's going to be a safe space for reefers of all experience levels to join. If that's something you're interested in, go ahead and check it out. Hello and welcome to another episode of Reef Tank Ramble. It's been a long time and I have a lot of stuff to go over, an absolute mountain of changes. Before we get into the video, go ahead and drop a follow, subscribe to the channel, like this video. It absolutely makes my day. Let's get into it. Boom! This is the reef tank, not looking too much different. We got little water spots. I'm sure those will disappear at some point throughout the video, but I have a few things going on. Let's start with the main thing. Bam! I got another AI prime light. You can absolutely tell which one is new and which one is the old one. This one's been giving me a little bit of issues, so I got a new one. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if this one ends up taking a dump or if it works out. But I turned them down by about, maybe 10-15%. So that way it's less load now that there's two of them. And look at the coverage in this tank. Yeah, those water spots are really ruining it, huh? It's okay. You can see everything is, absolutely covered. And let's address some of the elephants in the room. Look at all of this digitata. And also, I picked up a Goniopora. I actually traded this for the hammer that was in this spot last video. But the tank is doing great, and even some of the corals are coloring up that I didn't even know had that much color. Like these Pandoras. These Pandora zoanthids have been sitting in this corner for like forever. They've never looked this good. They actually have pink on them. They look like Pandoras. Before, they just look like these gold dusts up here. Which I took pretty much all of them off. I noticed that they were growing way up into my overflow, so I just trimmed all of them back. And there were some stragglers like here and here. They were everywhere. This whole thing was just covered with them. So right now they're all in my frag tank, not glued to anything, because I know, whatever I glue them to, they will absolutely take over. Let me go ahead and take care of these water spots. Okay, well, as it would turn out, those water spots are here to stay. I don't have any paper towels. Should be okay though. Let's talk about issues in the reef tank. My massive, beautiful button scully here is going through something. You can see the normal flesh rim right here. And then right there, something interesting is starting to happen. And I think it has something to do with this. There's a little white ball extruding out. It's starting to make it show the skeleton. And I'm starting to get a little worried about this guy. He has had that since I've gotten him, probably already over a year ago. But I think I just need to kind of dip him, and I need to make sure that we stay on top of that before anything gets any worse. A couple other mistakes that I made. I was moving this. I was trying to get him over that. Bam! Took out this guy. Polyps everywhere. Right? It happens. Then I was trying to move this clip back here, and I ran into the other half of that coral. Bam, right there, polyps everywhere. So we'll see. Hopefully none of those jelly up. They shouldn't. I'm actually really hoping to sell this one soon, so that way I could start doing something with, this rock here. And this may seem like information overload, but yeah, everything on this rock died. And it's kind of sad, but it was my beloved first ever frog spawn, my beloved gold hammer that I got for sale, and I grew from one head to like 4 or 5. And then I believe it was one other one that just jellied up and they just died. They all just died. I don't know why. I don't really know entirely why they all died. Nothing likes to live in this corner, so that's why everything is over here and nothing is here. And I blame it on the light, because before it was just one light, and now I have this light directly over this rock, and then over this, and then the merge should tear this up, and then the edges will be like, all right, So I'm hoping that now, if I put these digitatas here, that maybe we could find out if there's enough light for any coral here. And I may have killed that one. I think that one's dead. But I killed that one in a different way. In the same way that I killed this one. I just had them on this rack long before I had the extra AI prime. And they were there for just way too long. These Goniopora is looking pretty cool. I kind of got to move some stuff around. So I fragged up the leather corals. You can see I went yonk, yonk, bink, and right now it's absolutely folded over itself. It wasn't looking like this yesterday. I'm not sure what that is at all. But this guy's growing pretty decent. I guess I should work on gluing him down. Now that we're getting a lot more light on this side, I'm sure that things will do better. The Duncan has pretty much doubled in size since I added the extra AI Prime, which is pretty cool. That's stuff that we need. And then I did say leathers, I meant plural. Back here, let me get a better angle. This is a mushroom coral. This is my mushroom toadstool that I absolutely beheaded. I just chopped the head off of it. I sold it, and it's kind of a science experiment. So if you want to subscribe and see what happens with this guy, let me know. Hopefully he grows back. I'm pretty sure he should grow back. And if he doesn't grow back, I'm going to be kind of sad. I also picked up a bounce mushroom. It's not the fancy dancy OG bounce mushroom, but I'm pretty sure it is a sun-kissed bounce mushroom. And it looks pretty cool. I got the extra AI Prime and it is not bouncing as much as it was, but hey, maybe that means it's healthier. But yeah, that's the tank. That's what's going on. I've been getting a lot of sponsor products lately. Thank you. I got this aquarium camera. Super cool. It has a really great view. It watches all of my coral. I also got a few other things, like this wave maker pump that I'm gonna be making a video soon with. Very cool. And then, not sponsored, I got this frag rack, right? This frag rack is gonna go here. And I think I'm gonna start just maxing out this tank for everything it can be. So, you know, an extra 3 racks are gonna go boom, boom, boom. And then I am working on a little bit of a design, as you can see here, make coral happy. So these kinds of things could be around here. It's gonna say make coral happy. We'll see how they look. We'll see. I don't know if I like that design yet. If you have any tips, let me know. But enough of the main tank. Let's go over here to the frag tank. Couple of big decisions I've made. I sold all of the Xenia. Just took all of it out. I kept a little piece, because yeah, I kept a little piece. And then this is all of the mountain of Zoas I was telling you about. You could see that there's just like, they're just spread out kind of around, and that's all right. We got a couple GSP. Bubble algae really going through this tank, which it's weird because they grow, but they can barely live. You can see they're like super translucent, but they're just taking over every coral. I have a large piece of GSP just kind of chilling over here. A couple more zoans. A lot of GSP, and then the last stragglers of these guys that didn't really fit on the rack over there. Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying about the bubble algae. Look at how the bubble algae is just taking over the coral. It's odd. It's super odd. But anyways, I really need to frag this zoanthid here. But yeah, frag tank. I don't know. I don't really know how I'm feeling about it anymore. I mean, like, I absolutely love the tank. Don't get me wrong. Tank is great. Tank is beautiful. It has absolutely served its purpose and paid for itself. But I may be getting into the idea of moving everything into this tank. Like, I'm talking put everything into this corner here, you know, especially now that it's pretty empty for now. And then, you know, I have these other racks. Shit. Like I was saying, I have these other racks, which, you know, I could put like in the back over there. You know, like one could go back there. You know, one could go like in the back there. If I really wanted, one could go like right here. You know, I could probably even fit fucking 2 right there. Yeah, so we'll see how things go. I'm really thinking about just absolutely maxing out this tank But then, you know, my senses kind of come to me and I remember that, what about stability? Hey, what if this thing crashes? What if it goes down and I then have nothing? But then I think it's probably not gonna crash. I mean, look at everything in here. Everything's looking so good. But yeah, wow. Even like the zoanthus are growing down. Very interesting. Ever since I put this peach hammer here, it looks like they just started shooting downward, which is good. And then you also have not grown very much. I actually did frag this guy. I made like 3 frags of this hornets here, and they all fucking melted away. They all just died for no reason. It was pretty heartbreaking, but it's okay. But yeah, that's about it going on with the tank. I'm definitely gonna need to make some room pretty much everywhere. And like I said, I might be not selling the tank, but I might be tearing it apart. So maybe like the live rock, the clownfish, maybe the light, the pump. But overall, the biggest worry that I have is that, you know, now I have these 2 AI primes. I wonder if this bubble algae is gonna get even worse, because right now it's kind of contained, you know, it's right here. But I need to spend a good amount of time taking all of this stuff out. And now that I have so much coral and things are growing, I mean, like this coral back here is starting to just double in size without me even noticing. It's kind of a lot to get in there and take the bubble algae out, because as soon as you touch something, a coral falls over. And then as soon as you touch something else, a coral falls over. And then they roll all over each other and you're like, oh my God, they're killing each other. So I'm sure we'll figure it all out. We'll get it worked out. But right now, the bubble algae problem is probably my biggest worry. Everything else is pretty stable. I don't really find any issues. If you have any tips, let me know. The tank is looking great. We'll see if I can keep this Ghani alive. Haven't been able to keep one alive yet, but we will see. So before I end this video, I actually have 2 questions for you guys. The first one being, how much have you guys spent on setup? And I'm not talking about coral or fish. How much did you guys spend on your lights and your filter and all of the other fun stuff that some people add to their tanks? What do you have on your tank? Do you run a filter with a skimmer? Do you run a hang on back filter or a refugium or a sump? Let me know in the comments below. The second question I want to ask is, what do you mainly have in your tank? You can obviously tell what I mainly have in my tank. I love Euphilia, all kinds of it. But what do you have in your tank? Are you mainly a softy kind of guy? Do you absolutely have a Zoa garden? Acans, you know, acans are pretty cool. You a Scully guy? Are you a stickhead? Let me know in the comments below. I'm super curious to hear the differences in everybody's tanks, and you know, how everybody could come together and find peace in the same kind of coral. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope all of your tank issues go away. Peace.